Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25, the day after Christmas. Hopefully everyone had a good Christmas and everyone's recovering from all that. Let's see, who do we got in chat so far today? Big Jim, Hayden, Moore, Robert Russell, Skender's there, Skinny, Stewie, Mr. Whitfield, Terry. At least that's what chat has shown me that's there, so if I missed anyone, I apologize. But hopefully everyone's having a good Thursday. It is Thursday, right? Yes, it is Thursday. The day after Christmas. So anyways, here we are on Riverbend Springs once again. And as you can see, we're in the Massey Ferguson. We're going to start today off by picking up our barley off the field. We harvested that yesterday. And I want to pick it up because I don't know what's going to happen to it if I leave it on the ground. Barley, last month of harvest is July. I mean, I have harvested it, but it's on the ground, so I don't know what happens to it. But we're going to pick it up. I may actually leave a little bit in the field as well just to see what happens. I'm thinking it's going to stay there, but it'll be a nice little test to do anyways. So again, I said hopefully everyone's having a good Thursday so far. Old Blue, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday. As we pick this stuff up. I got some stuff before the stream kind of set up. And I think we're going to be good to go. We're going to breeze to the month of July and head on to the month of August where I won't have a whole lot to do. Probably just keep up on productions and stuff like that. Hello, Noah. What did I get for Christmas? Apparently I got a cold. That's what I got for Christmas. That is what I got. I am feeling a little bit better. Voice should be not much of an issue today, I don't think, but it's still lingering there. Hello, John. How you doing? But yeah, my cold is still, it's lingering around, but it's slowly getting better. Thanks for asking, but yeah, we'll be fine today, I do believe. Although I was planning on going grocery shopping before I started streaming today, but that didn't happen, so I'll have to go grocery shopping afterwards. I hate shopping in the evening time. It kind of... Well, I don't like grocery shopping in general. It's got to be done. Got to have food in the house. So all this barley that we're picking up, it's going to be for the chickens. We got to put it in our silo. And hopefully we can fill up the silo with all the barley that we have here. That'd be great. But that might be kind of a stretch. We'll see. I just noticed I don't have a tractor over here for the trailer. Let's see. We got the telehandler. Oh, yeah. The Dwight's is over there. AgroStar. Oh, the Vulture is only not too far away. Let's grab that. There's Sam down by the greenhouse. So at least we saw him for a brief second today. You never know with Sam if he's going to be hanging around all day long, or is he going to come and go, or just disappear altogether. That field to our left, that is just straw. We'll have to pick that up sometime soon. Probably have to feed the animals this month as well. Hello, Josh. How you doing today? Yep, trailers just over the hill. I was actually just looking at trailers because yesterday we were looking at, or at least I was looking at buying an auger wagon. Then I realized the auger wagon I was looking at probably shouldn't get that one. And I'll show you to you in just a little bit as to why. Hello, Death World. How you doing today? So while this is unloading, so yesterday in the stream I was harvesting the wheat in the field straight up ahead, and also we were doing the spinach. And I was looking at auger wagons, and I was fancying this one right here, the Elmer's. But then I started thinking, you know what? Does that take wood chips? Let's go here. And then I started looking, this auger wagon, what I was going to use it for, doesn't even take the vegetables. So it doesn't take spinach, green beans, and peas. So I started looking around at other auger wagons. I was like, okay, well, the Amity, that will take just about anything. But this requires 450 horsepower to haul that one around. So I don't have 450 horsepower, so we'll have to see how... we'll have to see what happens as we go along here. I may not need a second trailer this year, so we can probably get by for a little bit. Hello, Skinny. I don't think I said hello to you earlier, so hello to you, and thank you for being here like always. All right, let's continue on picking up our barley. I have a little bit of nervousness with the chickens because I may not actually have enough feed for the chickens for another full year. Because now we got second chicken pens. We'll see how that gets along. As we can see, the money is looking pretty good. Although we'd still owe $3.5 million. But we can repay that loan as we go along, as we have been, but we're paying it off faster and faster as time progresses. Probably sell at least one toy this stream, so that'll be $50,000. Oh yeah, I do need to check on our production buildings and everything as well. Didn't really get to that yesterday because we were so busy harvesting. Yeah, the combine could use a repair, it looks like. So maybe when I bring it back to the shed, we'll repair it before we get to harvesting our long-grain rice, which should be today. All the straw will just end up selling because I can't really use it for anything. Yeah, we're waiting for another update from Giant so the manure pits actually start working properly. Hello, Adam. How you doing? I feel like I'm feeling better, but we'll see as we get along. Yeah, we can always buy chicken food, but buying the feed is so expensive. Hello, Arctic Sim Guy. How you doing today? So let's see, this is about 16,000. I think I had about 37,000 left in the silo. I'll be happy if we just completely cram our silo full of barley. I'll be good about that. So I'm not sure exactly where I'll spend my money next. I was looking at a little while ago buying the JCB, getting ourselves another decent-sized tractor on the farm. Then when I was looking at a trailer or an auger wagon. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to be spending the money next. Starting to feel better after getting over something for 2 weeks straight. When I do get sick, and it's few and far between, I hate when I get sick and you start to feel better, and then you just sit there for about a week where it's just bugging you enough, but you're not really sick, but still enough where you notice it. Adam, thank you so much for joining the Unsalted Club. You now have access to 3 emotes. And also, when I post videos, you get early access to those as well. But thank you for becoming a member. Very much appreciated. I'm not sure what JCB tractor, whatever one was on the mod hub that came out weeks ago. That's the one I'm looking at. At least that's what we have. Hello, Wayne. How you doing today? Alright, I think I can fit everything into the combine in the other field. Ooh, I did leave the header in a bad spot. Well, I can bring the Vulture down and drag it out of there. I don't think... Wait, will that hitch up to the combine? You would think it... Yes, it does. I was ready to say it should. Hello, Kitty. Good Thursday to you. No, there's not new mods today. At least, not when I looked about half hour ago. Let me go ahead and chop up this straw. I don't want it to swath over here. Traffic is insane out there. Don't have much traffic where I live. I'll find out later on after the stream when I go head to the grocery store. I think the day after Christmas might be a good day to actually go to the grocery store because there won't be as many people there. Probably everyone still has a lot of leftovers from the day before. So that little strip of barley right there, I might leave that there just to see what happens. I think it'll stay there. I don't think the crop will go bad. Hello, Drifter. How you doing? Oh, I'm driving in my rice. Barbara said good morning. Well, I don't know who Barbara is, but good morning to them as well. Alright, like I said, I want to leave that barley over there on the ground. I don't think it will wither. I know it sounds kind of weird to say that, but I can't remember if I tested this out yet or not, what happens to the crop when it's swathed on the ground and we go past harvest season. I don't know why everyone says we need a bigger combine. The combine's not really that much needed. It'd be nice, but we don't really need it on the farm yet. Because it's not going to change the size header that we can use picking up the swaths. The only thing that's going to change is the amount that we can hold in the combine. That's about it. Same thing can be said about the rice. Our rice fields are not that big where our header is insufficient. Barbara is your daughter. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, hopefully everyone in your family had a nice Christmas. Hopefully everyone had a nice Christmas. I know some of you probably even haven't had your Christmas yet. And I'm not going to get it all in, am I? Not that it matters. Going back to the farm anyways. Now I'll be getting the CR11 New Holland combine. That's the one I've been targeting since they announced it, like back in July or whatever it was. I'm sort of a New Holland fan, I guess. Used to have a New Holland dealer about 40 or 50 miles from where I live, and once in a while when I went past there, swing in and just have a look at some of the tractors. Hopefully this will just empty right in. Oh, well, I thought that would. No, okay, wait a minute. Where's the trigger for this? Okay, right there. When you are buying the trees to fill the lumber mill, technically is the same as someone buy a tree from the individual, so it isn't a cheat. Well, I feel like it's a cheat. The way I'm doing it and dropping it in. I mean, just buying a $2,000 tree fully grown. Let's go ahead and repair a combine here. 54.59 to repair it, so that's not too bad. And we'll repair the header. Not done with the combine, but we are done with the header. I do not know what it is, but it is so soothing to watch you play when I'm playing FS25. I used to do that back before I started making videos. I used to have on the second monitor, I used to watch other people play as I played as well. One, you may get some ideas. You may get some inspiration from someone else playing. See how other people farm. You might learn something. You never know. Alright, let's get back into the Vultra. I think we'll top off the chickens. I almost said the pigs. I don't got pigs yet. Notice I said, yeah, someday we might have some pigs. You mean, is your warehouse full? We'll be checking on that in a little while. Gotta check on the production buildings. See what's up. Been so focused on the harvesting, my production buildings. I think the sawmill might be good for another month. Chickens, you need a little barley. Alright, they didn't need much. Can I plant corn? I could plant corn, but I'm not going to. I don't have the necessary equipment for it currently, so... Stupid question. Well, first of all, there's not really ever a stupid question. I'm planting trees for the first time. How do you know if they are fully grown? One thing you can do to compare it is you can always look. So you can buy trees. So if you're wondering, is a tree fully grown, you can always go into construction, come down to sculpting, and you can buy a tree. And let's just say you planted, what's a good one to show? An old beech tree. Let's say you planted beech trees. You want to see if it's fully grown. That's what it looks like, fully grown. Or if you planted, I think someone said the red pine, or the red pine's fully grown. You can kind of compare it by going to the store and putting one next to yours and saying, oh, it's not quite fully grown yet. That's one way you can tell. So I'm guessing I didn't get a full, only 44,000 liters of barley is what we have. Oh, that seems kind of low. Well, it is what it is currently, so we'll leave it. I mean, not much I can do about it. We got what we got. Maybe I shouldn't have put all that wheat into the grain. Can I take crop back out of the grain mill? Is that a thing? Can we actually do that? I'm guessing we can't. So, I mean, that's where the grain goes in. I think that's a light up there. I don't think I'd take grain back out. Yeah, I don't think I could take the grain back out of here, which is okay. I mean, like Skender said, if we wanted to... Oh, no, train doesn't actually go through here. If we wanted to, we could always buy chicken feed, but man, that would be very expensive. I don't even know where you buy the chicken feed. I haven't bought feed in so long, or I'm not sure if I even ever bought it, to be honest with you. Is that going to be under animal care? Food. So 1,000 liters of wheat is 1,500. 1,500 for 1,000 liters of wheat. When I sell wheat for, at best, 406. So I sell for 406, and I'd have to buy it for 1,500. That's why I don't want to be buying so much. But anyways, we'll see how far we get with the feed that we got. Unless, I mean, I got money. Let's see. Do we got any fields? That field's not looking too good. What's field 81? Field 81 is wheat. Field 81 is wheat, but I don't want to do any field flipping either. Any other fields that are kind of close? Not really. I mean, I could afford field number 81. Yield bonus is 82%, so I should get a whole lot of wheat off this field. I don't know. I mean, field 81 is not a field I planned on buying in the future. I just pretty much want to buy these fields here and maybe these fields over here. I think we'll just go with it, see what happens. Oh yeah, so some people want to know, at least the man himself, the sawmill has 61,000 liters of wood into it, so it's good for another month. Cement factory is getting kind of full on stone, so that's all good. As for the animals, the cows need to be fed. Sheep, chickens, and goats are good, but the cows need to be fed. So we'll get to that in a little bit. The John Deere 3650. Let's go ahead and fertilize our grass field. And let's get that fertilized. Try to keep on top of my fields as best I can. Oh, and I need to go fertilize our spinach field. I want to get the first fertilization stage into that. Because last year, some moron did not fertilize it twice in the second harvest stage, a.k.a. me. So, Got to make sure I stay up on top of that. Didn't really expect to catch me live. Well, glad that you made it. Glad to have you here. Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Yeah, I got that money sitting in my bank account, but yet there's so many things on my shopping list, I'm not sure what to go with next. So right now I'm just hanging on to it until it's like, yeah, we need this object now. But I finally decided to keep the Agro Star up here at our grass field. That's going to be doing all the work in the grass field moving forward. Alright, grass field done. And I think I'll fill up with fertilizer before I get on over to the spinach field, because I think I'm going to need more than what I got. And fill that up. Do you have Millennial Farmers map on FS25? I don't think that map is available even on 25. Animal food is called concentrate and soy, corn, barley mixture with conservative and other medicine, as they say, but as dairy farmers here hate that stuff, so they use their own made feed. Well, every animal's going to want something different. Most of the cow farmers around here give them corn silage. Now, oddly enough, the field to our right, I want to buy and eventually make it to a green bean field. And guess what? They have planted green beans in that field. But unfortunately, I don't currently have the money to buy the field, and then two, I don't have the money to buy the harvester either. Is the sheep house still bugged where you can't put bales in? If I remember what you asked in way back when, not the sheep pen that I have, they always take bales. So the reason why the field's white is because I put lime in the field last stream. So this will be the first stage of fertilization. We'll have to hit it again next month when the crop grows. Try to maximize our yield on spinach. Hopefully in the next patch, as you can see, as I put the fertilizer on the ground where the lime is, it takes a second for the game to register that the fertilizer went there. Millennial Farmer uses all John Deere. And Jay has all nothing but Case. I like to have a variety of different kind of brands on the farm. I don't like having all of just one brand on the farm. I like mixing it up. That way it looks, you have your options. Plus, I try to keep most of the viewers happy of having at least something of their favorite brand on the farm. Hey, Crow Daddy, welcome. Hope you had a good Christmas. Yep, the BGA is not far from where we're at, but definitely I cannot afford that. I don't think I'll be buying the BGA on this map just because, one, it's so expensive, and two, I'm not really making hardly any silage at all or anything to bring up to the BGA, so not concerned about it. Alright, spinach field now has been live. Got one stage of fertilization into it. Does need to be plowed, but we got a crop in here, so it's gonna have to stay as is. And we might as well just park this over in our shed. Right here will be good. Nope, let's not run to the spinach harvester. And since we're here, we'll give it a rinse. And the spreader and the weight as well. Gotta have a nice clean weight. Although you think you'd want the dirt on the weight, adds more weight to the weight. Alright, that's all good. Yeah, we don't actually have a whole lot of stuff to sell there. We're good there. I'm looking for... Well, since we're in the telehandler, let's go ahead and grab some hay bales for the cows. Square bale straw, hay. And squeeze that in. There's a dairy on the map, but it's not being used, and it will not let me buy it. I had to build one of my own. Yeah, on this map, there is no dairy production. You got to build your own. Is the wireless power washer released yet? Not that I'm aware of. And that's all you're going to take? That's good enough for me. Alright, I left the Deutz over here. Let me check on contracts. I think we're looking for plowing contracts. Anything come up? No. Do I need the Deutz for anything? I don't think so. We'll leave it there for now in someone else's field. Let's drop off the grain trailer. So the baler is at the grass field, but I need to pick up some hay bales. So I need the baling trailer, which is over here in the shed where it belongs. Hello, Storfern. Welcome. Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Everyone, hopefully, is having a good Thursday, relaxing after the big day. For most people, anyways. So we get more than a full trailer. Of course, all the hay we're keeping for the animals to be fed. One more night, then the weekend. Every day is the same day to me. I don't really ever have a day off, so every day is the same to me. Why does a dairy show up then it is right behind where you buy the tractors? Well, it's a sell point. It's a sell point for milk products and stuff like that. It's just not a production, that's all. Tractor has 35 hours on it and the damage bar goes down crazy fast. What should I do? That's why I said a while ago, when your tractor starts getting 40 hours on it, it gets damaged faster and faster. Basically, what Giants want you to do is trade it in and get a different tractor, or just trade in the tractor and buy the exact one that you already have, I guess. $40 hours in Farming Simulator on a tractor is a lot of hours, I guess. And it kind of sucks because some people like to keep, like their starting tractor throughout their play on the map, and everyone wants to see how many hours they can put on a tractor, but when it starts wearing down as fast as it does, it kind of takes away from it a little bit. I mean, in some ways, I feel like we just got this Vultra, but I'm approaching 17 hours on it. The Vultra's playing soccer with a hay bale. And yes, I could be using the semi-trailer to pick up the bales, but we don't have that many bales as of yet. So we'll keep on doing it with the bale trailer. Alright, I think I'll leave this trailer here for now. And we'll bring the baler back and start doing the straw. I mean, yeah, you can change the, I don't know if it's damage or if it's dirt. I always forget about this setting. You can make your damage go slower, as Robert is saying, but you got to go into... Where would that be? I think it's under dirt. It may sound weird, but if you put dirt on... If you put dirt on slow, I think your machine will damage slower. Not fuel usage, but dirt. That's the way it was in previous versions of Farming Simulator. So, I mean, yeah, you can put your dirt level on low and it will damage slower. If the damage hits zero, nothing. I mean, your tractor and everything will still work. On your tractor, you just lose in horsepower. The more damage it gets on, it won't be as powerful. Just wish the cost didn't cost as much to repair. In 22, there was a mod that came out that reduced the repair cost, and I used that throughout 22 once I had it. Probably something like that will come out at some point. I play on PC. But you definitely want to make sure your combine is always in good shape and repair, because yeah, you will lose yield on your crop. So combines and combine headers, you'll lose yield. Your tractors will lose horsepower. From what you guys told me, I think it's kind of true on your trailers. It takes a little while to get up to speed with your tractor. It's harder to pull it along. But yeah, your combine and your header are kind of key to keep up and repaired. Hello, Skinner's brother. I think he told me his name. Was his name Astrid? Probably may have pronounced it wrong again, but it's been a while, but I think that's what... May have been you. Hopefully I got that right. Yeah, so if you're... With your combine and your combine headers, you want to make sure those are always repaired, or else the yield is not as good. So make sure you keep your combine and headers repaired. Like I said, tractors will lose horsepower the more damage it has on it. So depending on how well, you know, if you got a lot more horsepower than needed, you may not see any effect on it. So we get about maybe $8,000 worth of straw off of this field. So not too bad for a byproduct, really. Keep the Massey Ferguson combine in the header trailer. We're going to be keeping it for a while until I can afford the CR11, I think. Although I did see when we were looking yesterday, one of the John Deere harvesters would not be a bad mid upgrade to have. Really, we'll get a whole bunch of money, not this upcoming winter, but the following winter. We'll have a lot of wood chips, and we probably should have like over $500,000. I'm kind of hoping, so maybe next winter we'll do a little bit of a spending spree again. Still sore from carrying his butt to bed last night. I would charge him for that. A $50 surcharge for bed services. Yeah, the theory is on the combines when they get worn out. The theory is, of course, if your header's not in good shape and the combine's not in good shape, it's not going to separate the crop that well, or the header's going to lose grain and not get it into the combine, and then the combine's not going to separate the grain from the stock as well. So the yield goes down as the combines get worn out. I wouldn't mind be giving our cows some of this straw to get solid manure. But as we know, that manure does not work as of yet. Seems kind of weird that that's never been a problem before. Then when FS25 comes out, the manure pits are broken for some reason. I didn't get a chance last night to see anything about Follow Me for FS25 yet. Because having, like, the Valtra follow behind us with the baler and the combine would be a great thing to have. Have a system when it goes 70%, I service them. That way it doesn't look, take a lot of money, and real farming too. In real farming, that's way more important. You let things go in real life, it's just going to make it just worse and worse and worse and damage other stuff. I can't imagine the steam having any effect on the manure pits working or not, but I've seen just a little bit of a change sometimes in something that can affect a lot of other things. Coding can be an interesting animal when it goes bad. Yeah, almost halfway done with this field. But we'll continue on and get the barley fields that we, well, the one barley field that we did just at the start of the stream. We'll get that baled up as well. I don't actually have to pick them up this month, but I definitely wanted to get this done in the month of July. Just in case another tornado pops up. But we already had a tornado this year. I can't imagine I would have a second one, but you never know. And by the way, I do have the mod for a wider pickup area for balers and forage wagons. That's why you see, when I even go over big sections of straw, the baler picks up all the straw. So we should have enough slurry to throw that down on this field and get one stage of fertilization in. And yeah, definitely have to put some barley in it for next year. I expect your equipment to be in tip-top shape, Skender, so I expect nothing less, honestly. Grow Daddy, you're about 5 minutes behind. At most, if everything is going good in the stream, at most you should be like 30 to 45 seconds behind. That's how long it takes for YouTube to process what I send them, and it goes out to you guys. Don't waste your time with the baling. You just grab everything with a forage wagon. To use one of the modded forage harvesters that picks up like hundreds of thousands of liters. Corn harvest is looking awesome in 25 compared to 22 apparently. You had a great Christmas, ate too much, drank too much. 'Tis the season to be jolly, Crow Daddy. Enjoy it. Oh, you have the Omatana Forge, the TARDIS. Then that makes it worthwhile. That way you're not making as many trips. I was going to say, if you're just using a base game Forge wagon that holds like 30 or 40,000, that's only like a couple of bales worth. Are we sure we got slurry for the field? We've done it the past 2 seasons, where we pretty much cover it. I think I may have this a tiny... I think the cow barn holds just enough where I can almost finish this field. But after I get done with this, I think we're pretty much done for the month of July. I fed the animals. The animals are all set to go. All the harvesting is done. I think we did all the fertilization that we need to be getting done. We'll double check on the contracts once again to see if there's anything interesting out there. I think it's just because you're in Australia for the delay. Well, I got the stream up on the other screen, and it's usually about somewhere between 30 to 45 seconds behind, depending on the day. Yeah, this field is actually a decent sized field. Of course, we did merge it. We did merge 2 fields together here. Way back when. I think it was after the first season that we were here. And now off to the barley field, which is a lot smaller. Cut right behind the school bus. You can see where we got the hail damage this past season. But now, with the latest patch, our direct drills should be able to take care of that no problem when we plant next year, or actually this fall coming up. All these bales will add up, and we'll get probably somewhere around maybe $12,000 to $16,000 worth of straw off these fields. Okay, maybe not that much. Yeah, maybe. Maybe closer to 12, though. As we find our way through the trees there. That's our rice field in front of us. That should be ready in September. I need to bring that header on back to the farm as well. That's done for the year. You don't sell anything except the finished products from productions. You're a hoarder. Well, putting the money on down the line to make most out of it, that's what you gotta do sometimes. I mean, I do the same thing, pretty much. If I can produce into something else and we got the factories, we do it. Adam, I have the steering wheel and a Satex side panel with about, I don't know, I think there's like 25 buttons on there. Maybe 30. I rarely use the keyboard for anything. And that is the straw picked up. Alright, we'll bring the baler back up to the grass field where the bale trailer is, full of hay. We'll bring that back to the farm, at least put that into the shed. Not in a rush to pick up the straw because we're in the middle of summer and the straw price is going to be bad. Not that the straw price is ever really that great, but we'll hang on to the straw until we need to get rid of it, which would be September, really. I wonder how bad the baler is. I don't think I've fixed the baler in a while. I can pretty much tell when I drop it off by looking at the damage meter. didn't really change at all when I dropped it off, so might be the same as the tractor. So I'll have to come back and get these bales, or I'll forget about them when it comes time to cut the grass again. And our McDon will push them out of the way. Yeah, Adam, I do have the Satec side panel, which was a wonderful gift from someone in chat. Won't mention who, in case it don't want to be mentioned. But there are a lot of side panels out there. So definitely have a look at all the options that are available out there for side panels. How different is the gameplay from PC to Xbox? The gameplay is, the base game gameplay is not going to change much. It's where you start coming into mods, really. Or maybe not even mods, but I guess graphically also depends on what kind of PC someone has to console. But the big difference between console and PC is just the mods that you can have. Hello, Ray and Cowboy Hat Gaming. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Let's get our hay bales in the shed. Locked away like a snug as a bug in a rug, I think is the saying. And we'll throw some of these straw bales on the trailer ready to go. So basically a full 14 bales usually nets us about $4 grand. Kind of agree with you, John. At your age, you eat what you want. At that point, definitely. Do I plan on doing sugarcane? No. Not on this map. I will not be doing sugarcane. You're pushing 200 hours on your tractor. Is that a tractor that you bought, or is that one that if you did like a starting farm, is that a tractor that came with the farm? How low is your loan now? We got the loan down to 3.5 mil. As we keep expanding the farm as well and keep buying stuff, but the loan's down to 3.5. Alright, so I did advance time a little bit while we're doing all that, so just see... just looking for plowing jobs, so maybe the Deutsch should be coming back to the farm, or just leave it there. Maybe some plowing contracts will come up next month. Bale wrapping. I don't mind bale wrapping, but I think I'll skip on that. I'm starting to get a little bit more pickier on the contracts. Looking for some really good ones here, but not really seeing much of anything. Yeah, I think we're all set there. Sale page, we'll have a quick look, and nothing has changed there either. So I know the animals are good, the production buildings are good. Oh, what about the greenhouses, though? I always kind of forget about the greenhouses. That's fine. That will need water next month. Like I said, Sam was around here, but probably going to be MIA at this point. Alright, we're just going to go right to August. I think, yeah, I'm just going to go. We're good. We're fine. I don't think I forgot to do anything. I probably did, but we shall see. Alright, so new morning, new month. Give Sam some dog food. We'll check the sale page. Only thing new that popped up is a utility vehicle, which we do not need. So, X-nay on that. Oh, there's Sam. Sam's coming for his dog food. Let's see, we got a little bit of wool there, not a whole lot. What is the price of straw going for in this month? So straw is not considered a byproduct. Straw is going to be up in this section? It is. Okay. Low price is $33.49 is a high price, and it's like the worst price it could be. Alright, well, we'll just leave that there. We'll jump into the John Deere. Oh, our popular up in this field has grown. But, yeah, spinach field. Let's get the second fertilization stage on my spinach field. Oh, and it's got weeds as well. Okay. Forgot about the weeds. Can't put your finger on it, but the contracts seem pretty lame compared to 22. They definitely have reduced the earnings that you get on contracts compared to 22, it feels like. But if you start getting mods, which I do believe are on the mod hub, like picking up straw on contracts or stuff like that, then yeah, the contracts are pretty. They're not as great. Or if you start using the mod like we got for the plow, then you know that's where that's where you can actually start earning some good cash on some mods. Or sorry, on some we can start earning some money on some contracts. I'll spit it out at some point. Hate doing contracts, rather work on your own farm. I agree with that. But the way I look at it is, if my tractors are just sitting around and I'm not using them for anything on my farm, and there's a contract there, I might as well just go ahead and put a worker on it, earn some side money. I have to check on the playground, see if it requires anything for the current stage that we're in. The pirate ship is coming along nicely. I have no idea what stage we're on, but we're definitely at least at 12 to 14, somewhere around there. It feels like. And right now, I'm just kind of guessing where I need to be for fertilizing because, yeah, it's kind of hard to see where you've been unless you get a bird's eye view. Sawmill should be at least having some stuff. We sold almost everything from the sawmill last month, so it's not going to be overstocked, but it should have a good amount of stuff to be taken care of. For the most part, I try to hold off a month in between. Just sell stuff every other month. Let's see, how am I doing on this field for a second stage of fertilization? Let's get rid of the weeds. Alright, just the middle, and I did miss a little section right here. I don't know everything that the playground takes, but I do know it wants 165,000 liters of beams. Seems that way. But hey, if you look at the price that the playground offers for that stuff, is better than anywhere else. Oh, I can see that spot that I missed. Alright, that's good enough. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. Is there a mod weed sprayer that only sprays where the weeds are? Well, that's not going to matter because if you're thinking like precision farming will not have weeds throughout the entire field. It'll be spotty. The base game has weeds pretty much everywhere, as we can see like in our spinach field. If I turn the weeds on, the weeds are everywhere. So as for see and spot weed spraying, no, that's not really a thing because even if you had that, it's going to be on throughout the entire field anyways. Yeah, let me go and look at contracts just to see what's out there. Cultivating deadwood, harvesting vegetables. No, that is actually a green bean harvest. That's going to be right across the field from us. It does pay 10,000. So I could do the contract. We'll get paid. Well, if you take out the leasing cost, we'll get paid 10,000 for it. Plus, I could get some green beans out of it. Vegetable harvest. There is a plowing contract up by us. I will accept that contract. We'll get our Deutz over there. They'll take care of it pretty quickly. And that's pretty much it right now. So let's get into the Deutz with the plow. We'll find it somewhere. There it is. Trying to think if I want to do that green bean harvest or not. I mean, we got an area to canning factories not that far from there. It will take a while though. All right, Crow Daddy, thanks for stopping in. appreciate you, and hopefully you have a good night's sleep or a good morning sleep. Probably for you, but yeah, thanks for coming on in and spending some time with us today. Now the greenhouses, everyone says grow lettuce, it's good money. I just got the greenhouses just so we can make kimchi currently. I should not have to put water in the rice fields this month because this is the last stage, and yep, no flooding the rice fields in August. I know it's a field up here, but which one is it? Alright, second one. Someday I think we'll own these fields. Alright, while that's doing its thing, let's see, we got a few things that we can do. And one is we're gonna have tons of bagged spinach, kimchi, and some noodle soup to pack up. And just get this a little bit closer. The days of the telehandler and super strength loading it up have pretty much come and gone. We're just now down to the auto loader. So we got 11,000 liters of spinach bag, 13,000 liters of kimchi, and 16,000 liters of noodle soup. So let's see where this needs to go. Spinach bagged. 758. Restaurant. Oh, Goldcrest Valley is pretty good. 771 at the restaurant. Kimchi. What's the restaurant? 654. Looks like the restaurant is going to win here. And noodle soup is 1586. Yeah, restaurant is where we're going. Did I see that Medieval Dynasty had a big update back around Thanksgiving? Yeah, I saw the update. I actually thought about starting over in Medieval Dynasty, but man, it's been so long since I played that game. Yeah, that's why I figured I might have to actually just start over if I decide to do it. All right, let's go to the restaurant with all this wonderful material. I may actually I may actually look into Medieval Dynasty. I've been seeing some things about it. Looks kind of interesting, but I think I would have to start over. I don't even know if my save. I can't remember the last time I even played it, actually, but I don't know if my save would even work. But not only that, I don't know. I forgot so much about Medieval Dynasty, I think it'd just be better if I started over. So I'm not sure what to expect from selling all this, but maybe like $40,000? Can I get $40,000 worth of material at the restaurant? Terry, you probably already went out the door, but thanks for being here if you're still around. I have greenhouses, my real farm. Pays for the expenses for the month. Almost 80% of it is almost automatic. All right, I'm not going to get this all in one go here, but that was like 18,000. Hint: the reworks the combat sun. Be ready. All right, Storefern, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And that was 24,000, so 16 and 24. So that was like 40 grand worth of material. Getting us back up to 180,000 in the bank account, which is nice to see. Yeah, still have my header over there. So while the plowing contract is going on, I think I'm going to pass on the green bean harvest. If I had a lot of work to do here in August, I would probably take it on, or a worker would take it on. It would be a nice 10,000 plus a little bit of extra green beans. But I really don't have that much to do here in August, so I think we're just going to let that sit there. So these poplar fields should be just like the other one, where it's in the first growth stage, which they are. Oh yeah, then we'll have to see, we're coming up on our forest field, if I want to call it that. See if our tree saplings have finally hit their first growth stage. We'll find out as soon as we crest this hill. And I would say they have not grown at all. Okay. I'm going to park this right here, and we're going to jump up to the playground and see what's going on up there. Got to fix the tractors and the combine. Will be not cheap, I can tell you that. Well, expensive stuff requires expensive repairs. Actually, let me jump over to the stone. Whoop. And we'll take care of that quickly. And we'll just empty this out. So when I do come down here, I won't have to wait for everything to spawn. Right now, we don't need this material for anything other than just selling. Since we already own the production building, everything's already here going. It's good side money. Yep, that's all set. Visit this. The toy maker. Yes, that will be sold sometime today. So that'll be 50 grand in our pockets. And the ship is coming along. Ooh, it's almost done with the current stage that it's on, too. Almost done with that. So, don't really need anything here. Where's my semi? Alright, there we go. Let's start grabbing the prefab walls. And hopefully bring them to the warehouse. Hello, Farnable. Happy Thursday to you. Or I guess I should be saying Boxing Day. Guess a lot of people are celebrating Boxing Day. Let's see where these are going. Prefab walls. 4905, 4910. So the warehouse looks good. And that'll be 20,000. Are those too close to load up? There we go. Oh, and the sawmill. That might need wood before we move on to another sawmill. Yeah, they'll need some wood today. The spinnery, we got the wool up there. We should be making some fabric, so that's all good. Eventually our saplings will grow, I hope. Oh, and I hope I think my flour is on distribute, right? Yes, there's no flour out here, so we're good. So not quite 20,000, but close enough. I think I'll bring this right back on down to the sawmill and park it up right there for now. And our Deutz is just about done with the plowing contract. Now I think I'll use the Deutz for spraying the weeds in our spinach field. Alright, where is... actually, something else I need to do is I need to get the eggs up to the cannery to keep making noodle soup. And in our new chicken pen, I'm expecting we should see some chicks running around as well, right? So we don't have little chicks running around? I thought that would have been 2 months. Wait, wrong tab. Nope, I guess it'll be next month then. Are the prices dropping or is this you? It's roughly the same. I mean, the prices do fluctuate, but it's pretty close to what it should be. So we're just going to drop off the goat cheese, or sorry, goat milk. Because we are making goat cheese with it. Yeah, the eggs, I thought we were doing good, but maybe it's just because we got the canning factory, it's just going through it really, really quick. Quick question, how do you feed animals, say chickens? Well, there's a trigger that you gotta look for on the pen, depending which one you have. And chickens prefer wheat, barley, or sorghum to be fed. So you gotta put the grain in a trailer, go over to the drop-off point, and just dump it on in there. Yeah, a little rough going over that bridge. Got a little bit of air. A little bit of Dukes of Hazzard going on there. And we'll park this right here. Alright, let's get into that Deutz. I just finished that contract. And we'll collect on that. A quick 6,500 bucks. There's another plowing contract, but not for 1,500, not worth my time. Let's go drop off the plow and get the sprayer, shall we? You have no interest in doing a parsnip contract? I'm guessing. I got myself the, I think it's the Ropa. I got myself the mod. So if I see a vegetable contract that uses the mod, I'll might do one just because. But as for using the base game vegetable harvester, no thank you. Thought he was going to end up in the river? Nah, I'm not that reckless. Oh, no need to be sorry, Skender. That's something that's more important. Hopefully they're okay. But thanks for being here. But yeah, hopefully everything turns out good for you. And good for your cousin, I guess, more is what I should be saying. Alright, we're going to go up and spray the weeds out of our spinach field. But Kelly, I'll be feeding the animals here in a little bit. Once I get done taking care of my fields first. And you can kind of see how some of the animals are fed. After I get done spraying these weeds, which will not take me too long, we'll feed the chickens. That way you can kind of see how it's done, I guess. So the spinach field, fertilized twice. Get rid of the weeds. The grass field's been fertilized. I think we got almost everything I wanted to get done in August. I could be spraying slurry in the field, but we still got our straw bales there. Not that it matters, but in real life you wouldn't want to leave your straw bales in the field while you're spreading slurry on them. Yeah, I should. I've been talking about. I've been thinking about getting ourselves the hoe to get the weeds out of the field, and also be able to do some contracts in the future. Kind of put that in the back burner just because we got the herbicide sprayer. I would like to buy stuff for the farm that I don't have, so I can get that work done rather than just getting duplicate stuff. A little bit of a coughing spell there, so hopefully, I may not have gotten to my mic fast enough, but hopefully you didn't have to hear all that. Alright. We'll get this weeded up, and this field will be good to go for September. Is it September? This will be ready for harvest? Seems kind of quick. Don't actually go through as much herbicide as I thought I would, but then again, I got so used to precision farming throughout 22, where 2,000 liters would be, I don't know, last me a couple of seasons, it seemed like. Oh yeah, by the time I get done with this as well, the playground should be moving on to this next stage. I got enough material up there, it should be going through it. The one thing I probably don't have enough up there, not that it matters that much, would be the fabric. Someone told me we need about 12,000 liters. I think I brought up 2 or 3. But if it requires fabric, I'm going to hold on to that probably until next springtime, where the price is a whole lot better. You like doing the rock removal? Is it possible to get the rocks or the stones from the rock removal? Because I tried it when the game came out, and we were unable to because we didn't own the land. Didn't know if someone's found a work around that, but Seeing the debris crusher now gives you a lot of stone. Getting a little bit amount of stones from rock removal doesn't seem worth it. And our last pass. Hello, Glenn. How you doing today? I'm assuming back to work. Alright. Weeds are gone. Bring this back to the farm. We'll start feeding our animals. I start taking it easy every time I approach this bridge now. So we'll feed our chickens first, so we can show Kelly how that's being done, if they haven't figured it out by now. I will turn on the interactive zone markers again, so it's easier to see what people should be looking for. Need to start thinking, I know I've been talking about it, but I need to start thinking about moving this, well, putting another shed down in our new farmyard and bringing this stuff down there. I suppose I can keep this shed up here for miscellaneous stuff. Oh yeah, the greenhouses are going to need water, sawmills are going to need to be filled. Got more stuff the more I think about it. Just ignore that telephone pole. Alright, so feeding the chickens. I'm not going to need a whole lot because we just fed them last month, but we'll throw some in here. While it's filling up, though, I will throw on the interactive zone markers. Where's that? Under general settings, interactive zone markers on. I think 5,000 liters should be more than enough for our chickens. So for our chicken pens, when feeding the chickens, you're looking for, might be kind of hard to see, but you're looking for this icon right here. At least in FS25, that's what the icon looks for. And we got another chicken pen over there, but this is the feed icon for the chickens in 25. So all we're going to do is just bring our grain over. and put the trailer next to that icon, and it'll come up where it says dump the barley, and we'll put the barley on in, and the chickens have their feed. Simple as that. The chickens are now fed. Now I'll swing over to this chicken pen. In goes the barley. They didn't take as much because that pen's not full. And that's all you really need to do to feed your chickens. Then I'm going to dump the grain back into the silo. And that takes care of our chickens for a little while. Might as well leave the Dwights on our trailer because we'll be doing a harvest not too long from now. I was trying to say, where's my telehandler? Oh, we got a floating bale. There we go. Let's go get some hay for all of the animals. I may not eat it for all the animals, but let's see here. The goats, yeah, they're still fine. The cows, they always need bales. And the sheep are fine. Hello, Eddie. Hope you're having a good Thursday, and welcome. So now we're going to feed our cows. There's many things you can feed the cows. But the cheapest way to feed your cows and get the most out of them is just feed them hay alone. And that is what we do here. So we're going to grab 3 hay bales. And they'll be topped off. We just sold some sheep a little while ago, so we're going to let them do what they need to be doing. So hopefully, Kelly, hopefully that showed you on the chickens at least what you got to feed them or how it's done. Hello, David. Good Thursday to you, or Boxing Day. And we'll give our cows their hay. And it looks like they're happy with that. Alright, so now we're going to move on down to the sawmill because our sawmill is going to run out of wood if I don't do something about it. So we're going to use the cheesy way. I don't want to say cheating because a lot of people say, nah, it's not cheating. I see it a little bit as cheating. But we'll call it the cheesy way. So we're going to go in here. Oh, there's a big Volvo bucket in there. Interesting. And we're going to go down to the northern caliper. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Whip out the old chainsaw. Try to find the cutting area. Oh, there it was. And we'll cut these down, and sawmill will take them once I hit the trigger. This will give us about 100,000 liters. I cheat all the time. I mean, I think most of us will probably do something at some point to make the game. Quality of life gaming, I think is the term I want to use. I do have an idea for the next series. It's just a matter of getting a map that comes out that fits what we need. All right. Oh. I saw it there for a second. These trees are difficult to get the sweet spots. But boy, are they worth it with the amount of wood that they provide us. But actually, if it wasn't for doing this, we would not be anywhere near close on the playground being built. There's not really a forest on it. I mean, there is a forest a little bit on this map, but not really. I think my chainsaw started over there. I think someone will convert that map over from 22 to 25. Somebody will do it. It's going to take me 5 years to cut down this tree. By the time I do, the other ones will have grown. There we go. Alright, so now we just got to go over and collect these trees. So we're at what, 21,000? Now we're at 114,000. Now we'll just take our chainsaw as one does. And we'll get rid of the stumps. No, I don't want to cut it. I want to just eliminate it. There we go. That's taken care of. Let's jump up to the playground. And that, like I said, should be on to the next stage. Wood beams, planks, and long planks. We got plenty of planks. Not enough wood beams and planks long to get the job done, but it's going. You like doing rice, Ronnie? Yeah, rice is not a bad crop to be doing. Are you doing regular rice or long grain rice? And yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. The only day I don't really stream at this point is Sunday. I'm kind of taking like Sunday. I don't want to say I'm taking Sundays off, but because I am doing stuff on Sundays, but I just don't plan on streaming Sundays for at least a couple more weeks. I will be streaming tomorrow. Where is... There's my semi. It is at the sawmill. Let's go ahead and grab the planks and long planks to get that up to the playground. One will get paid, which is nice, and two will just... Because if I sleep through until September, it'll go through the material that I have up there. Just plop that down there. And I'm just putting it next to the trailer because it's an auto-loading trailer that we have. So I'll stack it up nicely for us. Let me just move that stuff out of the way a little bit. I don't want the autoloader to pick that stuff up. And I think that's going to be... Nope, got a couple of pallets over here. And this should be, I think, enough to get the next stage done. All right, Robert, thanks for being here today. Appreciate you. To the playground. So 7,000 liters of planks long and 5,000 liters of wood beams. Should be a pretty good payment. Maybe the upper 20s, maybe the low 30,000, somewhere around there might get. Do weeds grow in rice fields? I can say for long grain rice, no. It looks like the game treats rice fields just like grass fields. And grass doesn't get weeds, so rice fields don't get weeds. The only difference between the rice and the grass I can see is you got to replant the rice, where grass will continue to regrow, but you get a stage of fertilization always stays in the ground after harvesting rice, and they don't get weeds either. Well, it does seem different coming up here and seeing the back of the pirate ship pretty much put together. $33,173, getting us up to $232,000. I don't know, having that much money in the bank account really makes me want to go buy something, but I'm just not sure exactly what step I should be buying next. I think we got enough money to buy the JCB if I want it. I'm just trying to think, do I really need it right now, or should I just put it towards something else? And I don't know what else to put it towards. Throwing that much money at the loan would be good too. And we know at some point today that toy is going to sell for $50,000, so it's even going to look even better. Would be nice to see these northern canopias hit a growth stage, just so I can see the different stages those trees look like. We've only seen it in the sapling form and in the full grown form. Hello, Bose. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Boxing Day / Thursday / day after Christmas / everything else day. Alright, so yeah, the playground is doing its thing. This is fine now. Oh, the greenhouses need water. I guess we'll use the Deutz here. I really don't have a place. I mean, soybeans, the price per 1,000 looks good, but the yield is not as good as other crops, so it kind of evens out. But yeah, getting a planter would not be bad, but I don't have any fields available to plant soybeans in. Even the fields I just harvested, those fields got to be reserved for feed for chickens. Oh, the dairy production. Do I still got plenty of milk in the dairy production? I'm out of milk in the dairy production. All right, let's get the milk from the cows and get that into the dairy production. That kind of lacked on that part. That's very important. You see how much money we can get from the dairy production. 5,000 liters of buffalo milk, 19,000 liters of milk. At work getting your multitask on. We got you running in the background. Well, glad you're partially here. So I'll grab another tank load of milk. We got more than another tanker. We'll just grab another one at least. Does milk and buffalo milk sell in October like all the other dairy products? Is that the best time to sell it? Milk is actually in December, and buffalo milk is good in January. So the products from the production sell good in October, but the raw product sells good in at the end of the year. All right. kind of would like a bigger tanker, but the bigger tanker is just so expensive. It's like 90 grand. I did like the modded one I use in 22 quite a bit. Would like to see that one come out. That was a lot cheaper. May have held the same amount of liters, but it was a lot cheaper. And we will grab buffalo milk and dump it into the dairy production. So if I don't do it now while I'm doing the rest, I'll forget about it for a couple more months, and then we'll be not doing any buffalo milk production, which is not good. Spinach is the best money crop. It's one of those things where, I mean, Giants does a pretty good job at the economy side of things of trying to balance it out through the years. I'm glad they've actually adjusted the wood chips finally after 7 years. But now the wood chips may be a little bit overpriced. But since wood chips really take up a field for almost a year and a half, yeah, they better be worth something. So here's a question for people in chat. Maybe I should actually make a poll on it. Actually, let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to make a poll in chat here. Let's see, start a poll. If I could learn how to type all of a sudden. I think I may have spelt it wrong. I think I probably did spell it wrong. But we'll start the poll. So, would you watch a Medieval Dynasty live stream? Because that's a game I've been kind of taking a peek at. About getting back into. It's a game I had a playlist a long time ago. And I saw the update around Thanksgiving. Kind of forgot about it because, of course, Farmers... went right past my pond. Farming Simulator is, of course, taking up most of our streams. But I think it would be good, because I've been streaming this like 6 days a week, basically. And I'm almost went past the pond again. I'd probably start over from scratch, because I do not remember where I left off years ago. All right, we'll make sure the mushroom greenhouse is topped off first, which shouldn't take too much. And then we'll, of course, put the rest of the water in the other greenhouse, which is making mostly just cabbage. But at some point, I'm going to run out of the other 3 ingredients at the canning factory, so We'll have to activate the other stuff at some point. Actually, I should have a look to see how much is left at the canning factory. Canning factory, let's see what we got here. Kimchi. So, oh, okay, we got cabbage. But looks like we're out of... It says missing materials, so garlic, onion, peppers. Garlic, onion, peppers. Garlic, onion. I'm out of garlic. I'm out of peppers. And where's the onion? Spring onion. I'm out of all that stuff. All right, so let's go to the greenhouse. Peppers, activate. That's on selling. That needs to be on distribute. Garlic, activate. That needs to be put on distribute. And onion, activate. That needs to be put on distribute. All right. Let's get that greenhouse with some water into it, shall we? Well, the good thing is we got some cabbage now up at the canning factory, and that's usually lagging behind the other 3 veggies. So when those start getting distributed up there, we'll get back to making the kimchi. I haven't really looked at the numbers to see if the kimchi is actually worth making rather than selling everything as is, or just, I know a lot of people say just make lettuce and sell it directly and you'll make tons of money. Or you'll make the best amount of money from your greenhouse, but we're just going to go ahead and keep making the kimchi. So let's see, after I finish watering up the greenhouses, I think we're all set for the month. How are we doing on the poll here? Well, it's kind of 50-50 on the poll for Medieval Dynasty. But so far, only 23 people have voted, so not a whole lot. But so that means about 13 of you would say that you would watch it. I can't quite remember how many hours I had Medieval Dynasty. I had quite a bit. And it wouldn't be a bad thing to maybe do a little bit of Medieval Dynasty just because when Farmers Dynasty 2 comes out. I mean, I don't want to say they're the same game, but they're made by the same people just about, so I don't know how far I would get in Medieval's Dynasty. But yeah, I gotta have a look at the game again though. Alright, so how are we doing for water in here? Alright, maybe one more tanker. Then I can top it off next month. Yeah, the vote for the Medieval Dynasty is not if no wins the vote, then I won't do it. I just want to see how many people are interested in watching a live stream of Medieval Dynasty. Of course, most of you are here for Farming Simulator, which I can appreciate that, but if we get a decent amount of people. I really can't say the last time I played Medieval Dynasty. I think I remember multiplayer. Hang on a second. Is it even... It might be in my hidden games on Steam. I may have to re-show it. Yeah, it doesn't even show it on there. Of course, I gotta remember how to do that. Kind of forgot how to show hidden games. Okay, where is it? I'll have to look it up later. Trying to see the last time I played it, but never mind. I'll just come out of the other screen, hit a car. Play on, sometimes off if I need more crop for production. You watch me play anything? I appreciate that, John. I think I remember multiplayer when I was playing, but it's been like 3 or 4 years. It's the top of games with I kind of forgot how to show hidden games. There, if I hit all, that should do it. I see a lot of games I didn't know even had. Alright, I don't want to get too distracted here trying to look that up, but alright, one more trail load of water and I think we might move on to next month. What's my favorite tractor if I have one? In-game, it's going to be the New Holland T8, just because that goes back to FS15. That was the first big tractors I owned. So it's more nostalgia for me rather than... So New Holland T8s are my favorite. Hello, Farmer. Good afternoon to you as well. Hope you had a good Christmas. And happy Boxing Day to you. You're just here for the free stuff, huh? Free entertainment. Kind of. It's almost free. Whatever happened to my time at Sandrock? Did you beat it, or are they still updating? They're still having updates, but I pretty much did everything in Sandrock that I could. I mean, the main storyline in Sandrock, we've been through it. There were a couple things that the devs sent me for Sandrock that they said they were bringing to the game, but I have yet to see them release it. Although I didn't see much use for it, they sent me a version of Sandrock to where you can spawn certain things, certain creatures. You can have them fight other certain creatures, like a 5-on-3 arena. I was like, I don't see where that really comes into play in Sandrock, but okay, maybe some people might like to see that. Oh, is the greenhouse full? Yeah, well, let's get away from it. That way it doesn't sound like it's constantly peeing somewhere. We don't need to hear that running. All right, so I brought more up there. Oh, good. So it's full. It's full. It is full. Let's see. How are we doing on the poll? All right. So, I mean, I would say about maybe 18 of you said you would like to see it. So, yeah, I'll have to have a look at it later on. All right. So, as for here... Yeah, we are making flour. Rice flour will be coming around the corner shortly. Dairy is looking good again. Got a lot of stuff in storage. Cement canning factory is we're slowly getting through the spinach. I'm going to have to bring up some more planks long to the toy maker. It takes 2,000 to build a toy, and I got 3,000 there, and it's almost finished with the current one. So I got enough to build one more, but next time up I got to bring some long planks up there. The rope maker, I'll eventually sell that once the playground's done, so because I don't plan on doing the wagon, and I don't really need rope for anything else, but we'll sell that, get some money back on it. But yeah, I think we are good to go. Sale page, nothing there. That $8,000 construction cost, those were the 4 trees we bought. I don't know why that shows up kind of slow. But it's like me, I think. I think back on how I played the game back in 19 and really enjoyed it. So I'm torn on which way I want to play. Well, that's the good thing about Farming Sim, because you can turn things on and off. You don't actually have to start a brand new save to turn things on and off. You can change it on the go. Just that some things won't take effect until you get to the following month. Yeah, so the animals, yeah, we did feed the animals. Yes, yes-ish. And yes. And yes. Just picturing the map in my head. Spinach fields done. Grass fields should be ready. Rice fields. Yeah, I think we're all set. And you know what? That money's been sitting there for a while. And I can't decide what to do with it. So we're going to go ahead and do this. There we go. Put it all towards a loan. And that'll save some money over the night. Maybe maybe like $800 in interest we might save. And we did sell a toy overnight, which I was expecting. And we're starting with rain, which is not what I wanted because it is harvest time. And wow, nothing in the store page that we need at all. Okay, so rain, I can't harvest. How much did I save on interest overnight? So we went from 11,666 down to 10,900. We're getting awfully close to getting to where the loan interest is below 10,000. If you weren't here for the first few streams, we borrowed 5 million, and loan interest overnight was 16,666. So yeah, we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, when is the rain gonna stop? Ugh, not until like midday. All right, well, I mean, we got things I can do. And wait, I thought my pickup truck was here. It is not. Where's my international? Did I leave it up? I may have left it up at the canning factory. All right, I should visit the playground to see exactly what it needs. I mean, I'll probably bring everything up anyways. At least how it's looking anyways. All right, so wood beam still needs, and this still needs planks long. Nope, I got enough planks long up here. All right, so we'll load up. Get back to the sawmill here, at least back to the truck. So we'll load up the wood beams and the planks long. But the planks long are going to go into the toy maker. And anything left will go into the playground. Bellwright I almost got into. But then I started seeing a lot of negative things about it. And I just kind of remember when I was playing New World, which I was heavily into when it came out. And then they changed everything in New World, and it's like... I hate playing games like that where they keep changing how the game is played. So you may work up a certain dedicated line for your character, and then they change the way the game's played. It's like, well, I wouldn't have gone that way. Can we have like a free reset or something? And Bellwright has been out now for... $8 months? Something like that? Alright, back up to the playground. Oh yeah, another month. And our tree saplings are still tree saplings. I don't know about Bellwright, if it's just a PC game or not. I have no idea. Can't remember. But it's kind of like, well, I mean, you can build your own huts and stuff like that, little buildings. You can get workers. It's, yeah, similar to like Manor Lords, I guess. Well, I was getting to say, I'm getting so used to driving up here, the trees don't bother me that much anymore. Just as I was getting ready to say that, I run right into the fence. Alrighty, so planks long into the toy maker. And looks like the we did sell a toy when we went to bed. But you can see we're quite a long ways into the next toy already. But that'll be sold in October. And let's see, wood beams. Yep. Quickly up to 52,000. Alright, let's get back to the sawmill. We'll grab the prefab walls. So, should be doing some rice harvesting this month. And I think the spinach field will be ready as well. But of course, you don't want to harvest in the rain. I think I saw about 3 prefab walls there, so that'll be 15 grand. Really would just like to see these tree saplings just sprout a little bit. I really thought it was going to be today. During the stream that we would see it. Does not look like that's going to happen, because I don't think I'm going to get to October during this stream, but you never know. Nah, I don't think we'll get to October. We got a lot of work to do in September. Alright, maybe we'll just put these out here. Maybe we'll bring them up at a different time. If you wait an extra month to harvest, do you get extra yield? No. That's only true with grass. That I'm aware of. Hello, Mr. Anderson. How you doing today? Well, I think because the vote's been going on for like 26 minutes. We got 40 votes, and it's 50-50. But that tells me at least 20 people that are here would be kind of interested to watch a Medieval Dynasty stream. So, I'll have a look at it later. Maybe we'll do it Saturday. Just lost my train of thought, which does not take much. Let's be honest. Yeah, I want to see if the spinach field, is that going to be ready this month? I think it's going to be. No, the spinach is not ready this month. Field number 38 is still sitting there. Is that contract still there? If that contract is still there, I'll take it. Yes, borrow the items. Because, I mean, we're going to be here for a while in September, so I'll take that contract. doing better today than I have the past couple days, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for asking. Alright, well, since I'm waiting for the barge to go across, we'll grab the trailer. Someone posted a vid that tested it. You're better off doing 3 harvests than waiting for extra day and only doing 2. Well, technically with grass fields, if you do it right, you can get 3 harvests a year on a grass field at the second harvest stage, or you can get 4 cuts in a year in the first harvest stage, and you're better off. Yeah, you'll get more off your grass field by cutting it 4 times a year rather than 3 and waiting for the taller harvest. But if you're asking for grass, do you get more grass by waiting for the second harvest? You do. There's more grass in it. But if you're looking at a year's standpoint, you are better off cutting it 4 times a year. Just watch as we shimmy shake across the river. You don't get more according to the vid, but I haven't tested myself, so I'm not going to argue. We've seen it here. I've done the. I didn't really do a test, but you do get more grass per harvest by waiting for the second harvest stage in grass. But as I said, if you want to benefit more out of the year, you're better off cutting at the first harvest stage and cutting the grass 4 times a year rather than 3. I think the difference for us, it was about 2 bales. We got 2 bales less cutting it in the first harvest stage than the second. We tried it in a stream a couple weeks ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago we did that. Maybe even 3 weeks ago. I'm driving right past the field that I need to get started in, but it's raining, so we'll just bring it up here. I'm not saying there's a huge difference between the first harvest stage and the second, but there is. I want to say at least the grass field that we have, I think it was about 6,000 liters difference. So if you get more by doing 4 cuts a year, then there's no point waiting for the second stage. Well, I think the question was, do you get more grass waiting for the second harvest stage? And the answer is yes, you will get more grass waiting for the second harvest stage, but you only be able to cut the grass 3 times per year. If you cut it in the first harvest stage, you can get 4 cuts per year. And out of the year, you'll get more grass by cutting at the first harvest stage. The second harvest stage doesn't give you that much more to offset one less harvest. I don't know how big our grass field is because we got 3 separate fields, but this is the grass field that we have. Whoop, try to get a flight mode. So this is our grass field right here. I don't remember the exact amount, but I did a harvest when it was in the second stage. And then we did a harvest when it was in the first harvest stage, and we got 2 less bales in the first harvest stage compared to the second. And I was like, if that's the only difference, then I'd rather cut the grass field 4 times a year than 3. But if someone asked, do you get more grass? If you're comparing this from one harvest stage to the other, do you get more grass by waiting an extra month? Yes, you do, but it doesn't equal out good for you for the entire year. But the question is asked, do you get more grass in the second cut than the first cut? You do. So it all depends on how you want to approach it. But that would have been, I think that was actually before patch 1.3 when I did that. So that's going back a ways. All right, I should be looking at also, because we are in September, actually this stock market page would be better. Let me go ahead and see. Buffalo mozzarella, 81.48. It's not quite at its best. October is supposed to be the best time. Noodle soup is looking good. Planks, yeah, we know that. Prefab walls, yes, we know that. Spinach bags, yes, all that stuff. I'm looking for other stuff that'd be more important, but does not look like it. All right, so the grass field, we are in the first harvest stage, and we are cutting it in the first harvest stage. We're not waiting for the second one. Hello, Dinky, and welcome. Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. I suppose I could get my harvester ready. This will be for the rice fields. Now I got a fully repaired combine. As for this header, I guess it's in good shape because it doesn't show up currently that it needs to be repaired. I don't know exactly how much loss there is when harvesting in the rain. But it's definitely something we don't want to be doing. Yeah, so the international flatbed. We'll grab that. We'll go get our eggs. Oh, look at that. I only got it delivered to our sell point. Unfortunately, though, we do not get all the crop off the green bean field. So the rain may stop at 10, or we may have to wait until about noon. Oh, I said slow down going over this bridge. I'm trying to do 100 miles an hour. Straw bales, I guess we'll be selling them this month. Time to get them off the field. So maybe we'll start picking those up. So we should have little chicks. We do got some chicks running around this pen. And we are here, so we're going to pick up the goat's milk. Alright, let's bring these eggs up. Yeah, it's funny that the rain doesn't affect grass, because anyone that's tried to mow grass in the rain, I think we all know that doesn't work out too well. Now it's starting to get a little brighter out, so maybe the rain's going to stop soon-ish. Get this truck out of the way because I'm going to have to deliver those green beans up here. Next time you're near a store, widen the autoloader on the CEV on both sides just a tad bit, and you can get 3 pallets across. The default is a bit small. For what I'm using the flatbed for, I mean, I appreciate the suggestion, but I'm not really loading it up that much anymore because we got the semi that we use it for. Alright, let's try to get rid of this rain, shall we? We got some harvesting that we got to do. Sometime around noon, I guess. Or right at noon. Now, I mean, the forecast says it's not raining, but of course it still is, so we're going to wait just a bit. But we will get into... It's somewhere. There we go. We'll go ahead and sell our straw while we wait for the rain to subside. Yeah, especially if you use electric mower cutting grass. I don't know how that would work out too well in the rain. So we should get about $4,000 for these straw bales. What does the weather station do that you can buy? If you look at the forecast, so I don't have it, but if you look at the forecast, see how it does like every 2 hours? I think the weather station will do it for every 1 hour, and it may even extend how much farther you can look as well. That's why I think it does that. It's been a while. I think I did it in 22. I think I tried the weather station on Elm Creek in 22, and that's what it did. So if we get, let's see how close we are to 4,000, and I can pretty much determine how good the straw price is today. $4,543. So, I mean, we're not selling at the best time of the year, but I think that's the best price I've ever gotten for straw. And if you ask why not store it and sell it, it's just more of a hassle to store it and then pick it back up in the bale trailer and bring it on down here. No, you have it. It still shows every 2 hours. Does it give you an extended forecast? Because what does it show me? It shows me only for like the next 24 hours in game. So maybe it shows you more of an extended forecast. Yeah, it says it's supposed to make it more accurate, so I thought it gave you like an hour by hour instead of every 2 hour forecast. Alright, Skinny says it shows them every hour for the forecast. To me, it's a nice little added feature, but I look at it as if the weather's going to be what it's going to be. So... one bale at a time. since we're still waiting for the rain to stop. Yeah, so by the time I pick up these bales and the one in the barley field that we had, we'll sell pretty close to $12,000 worth of straw this year. In real life, the best weather forecast is look out the window. Yep. That's what I tend to do nowadays. I will use the weather forecast as a guide as to what might happen, but I don't always hold it to heart, especially when it comes to where I live. We get winter storms called nor'easters, storms that come up the coast, and depending if the storm moves 100 miles to the east or the west can determine if you get no snow or 2 feet of snow. This tractor could use a repair and a refuel. So maybe while we're going through here, we'll take care of that. A little bit of diesel, if you please. $5.76 in diesel fuel, which is the one thing I will say. At least the fuel prices in the game are not that extreme. All right, the Valtra, $11,633 for repair, and yeah, we'll repair the baling trailer. Why not for $2,500? Just because. You seem to miss something. Where's the money gone? A leprechaun came and stole it for their pot of gold. No, before I slept through August into September, we threw all the money that we had at the loan. So we were at $3.5 million, but now the loan's down to almost $3.25 million. But luckily, our toys sold overnight, so that's why we were back up to like almost 50,000 again. But we end up saving, by putting that much money towards the loan, we end up saving like $800 in loan interest fees. So we're getting pretty close to where the loan is going to be below $10,000 of interest per month. Alright, all the bales are gone over there. Sir Will is giving us, I think, must be doing the grass harvest test. I'm interested because, like when I said when we did it, we just got 2 bales less compared to what we normally got. Alright, and this we'll just leave. Sorry if I keep spinning around, but I'm making sure I didn't forget any bales here. I think I only got about 3 or 4 bales out here. Or a lot more than I thought I had out here. Still raining, even though the forecast is showing sun, so we just got to wait for it to actually clear up. How do you put GPS on in FS25? Nope, not that button. I may not be able to do it while doing this. But if you press and hold H, that'll bring up the... You gotta press and hold H, that'll bring up your GPS settings. Right now it says no field detected because the job, or at least the trailer I got attached to it, it's not gonna be... This is not a job that GPS or AI can handle, so it's gonna show no field. What you may have to do, Adam, for your weather station to take effect, if you're just trying to think it's going to be instant, you may have to actually sleep through a month before the weather scales itself out. So the weather station could be just like if you all of a sudden changed how many days you want per month. The days per month are not going to change until you get to another month. So the weather could be the same way, maybe. There, the rain has officially stopped. Alright, so we got 2 more straw bales. I don't want to say it's not quite worth it, but the bales are there. Got to pick them up now. Keep forgetting about this header sitting here. I got to bring this header back to the farm at some point. A lot of people have different planting arrangements. What order do you do it in after harvest? Well, I always try to make sure I got myself, as for my drills, a seed drill and a planter, that they are direct drills. So, depending on my mood and the way I go, but most of the time I would say after harvest, I just go in with planting the crop, which will give me a stage of fertilization as well, because I always get a planter and a drill that does fertilization. But I plant, wait for the crop to regrow, and then I'll put the second stage of fertilization in and take care of the weeds. Jay, you want the canning factory for making spinach bags, because that's what we do. That's what we're doing here. Not right at the moment, but that's what we do here. Alright, so all the straw bales that were in the fields are gone and taken care of. I should start up, though. Apparently I left the green bean harvester going. And they're going to do a whole bunch of hokey pokey stuff. Wait, what do you mean no field found? Pardon me? How about if I actually get you in the field? Will you go then? So Jay, you were just asking about spinach, but if you're on Riverbend Springs, up here just north of the farmer's market, this is the canning factory, the large one. And this is what we own. I think it was $330,000 for the large canning production. And we should have bags of spinach. Yeah, we got bags of spinach right there. Actually, it says baby spinach. But that's our bags of spinach that we're making up here. Alright, so our worker is doing what they need to be doing there. Actually, you know what? Control tab. Let's get into our MacDon. Oh, yeah. I almost did it. I got my hay bales up here. Alright. I want to set you off on a worker anyways. I'm hoping I can get up here with a Vultra and pick up those bales before you run into them. So the hay bales are just going to go right back into our shed, of course. And actually, I might as well leave the baling trailer just up here, because I think I'll just make hay this entire season in this grass field. don't think we'll have time to make silage, but maybe I'll have enough stockpiled after this year. I can do maybe one cut next year of silage. At least I'm getting the bales off before the McDon gets here this time. And we'll just park this over here. Yeah, not into the tree, but... All right. Now we're going to jump over to... Here we go. Our harvester. And we'll get at least this rice field done. So really getting ourselves a bigger harvester, the only time that would really benefit us harvesting wise when it comes to the rice fields, because I can get myself a bigger header. But yeah, also giving us a bigger capacity in the hopper of the combine as well would be nice. And for those who don't know, we take our long grain rice and we stick it into the grain mill to make rice flour, which then gets delivered up to the canning production building. And we mix that with eggs to make ourselves some noodle soup. I think we get this entire field into the combine. But since the Voltra is over at the grass field, we'll probably just use the Deutz in the trailer. Worker D is blocked by an object. Which one's Worker D? Did you get it all figured out? What were you blocked by? The shed? I think they figured it out, whatever their problem was. I think they figured out what their problem was. I have no idea. You have the actual soup factory on your map. No, it's just that the noodle soup is made in the canning production building. See if I can grab this little bit of rice that's here. Yeah, I got that piece. This was our first rice field that we made. And at the time, I thought this was a pretty big size field. But now, as we have grown as a farm, this field is seem very tiny. No, I don't have the soup factory. In order to make triple soup, I would have to get to the vegetables, and that's something we did a lot of in 22. So not too interested in doing the triple soup anytime soon. So the grass cut came out to be the same for you? Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago that we did the grass cut. When the only difference was we got 2 bales less. That's interesting. Trying out you're trying out the preserved food factory out. That's just the smaller version of the canning factory, right? The preserved food. That's like the $35,000 factory. I don't remember filling up this combine before the rice in this field, but we're getting kind of close. Well, I'm not going to complain if I got more than I usually do. Let's drop off the water tanker. Let's grab the trailer. Ken, if you're asking me how many hours did I put into FS22, I think it was 2,100, maybe. That I can quickly check, because that game is still on my library that it shows. No, that's the wrong button. That was Discord. FS22. Yeah, close to 2,100 hours on FS22 that I have anyways. Cut into the rice field right about here, because about as level as I'm going to get. I mean, I might be misremembering on our grass field when I did that test, but I swear it was 2 bales difference. For cutting a grass. Alright, 1 rice field harvested. And I'm going to plop this right here, and we'll get that going probably tomorrow. And we'll see how we're getting along up here in this thing. Well, they're getting the corners done slowly but surely. This harvest will take probably a couple hours to do. But we got plenty of work to be done. We got plenty of work to be done. In the month of September. This will take all the time, so we're not, even though we're going to be delivering the green beans to our canning factory, we're not going to get the crop off this field until we finish the contract itself, what they recommend, but we'll get the extra off of it, and we'll make some, I think we can make canned green beans, right? Should be able to. Canned peas. Oh, sorry. It'll be called jarred green bean. It'll be called jarred green beans. I still am going through rice flour from last year and making that into noodle soup. And how are we doing on the spinach? Kind of worried about the spinach a little bit because even though we were up to almost 200,000 liters just a couple months ago, it's only down to about 150,000. The spinach harvest will be coming up next month. So I may actually have to store that somewhere. We do got the silo down at the... where's that silo? It's down here at field number 34. No, it's not 34. 69. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, we got that silo right there. We can put it in. Our poplar's looking good. And, of course, we got still stuff at the sawmill it could be selling today as well. But we got rice harvesting to go on. We got to get our cereal crop fields replanted. And we got some slurry to spread in the one right across from the farmyard itself. But as you can see, we got plenty of material down here to sell. So more money will be coming in today, which is great. Money's rolling in. We paid off some of the loan today as well. In case you missed it. financially. We were at $3.5 million, and now we've got the loan down to $3,270,000. So that's looking pretty good. And as for the playground, we're slowly getting there. I think we got enough material. Wood beams. No, I'm actually short on wood beams still. But planks I got plenty of, and long planks I got plenty of. So still need some more wood beams up here, but the ship is starting to look like a ship, at least. And this ship is definitely looking like a ship. And as for across the road, yeah, eventually maybe we'll see what happens there. Maybe some people already know. But I'm not sure what's going to happen over there. As for our toy production, we sold one at the end of August into September. The tractor is almost complete, then onto the trailers, so that's coming along rather quickly. But yeah, right now we got this contract going on here. When I complete this contract, that'll be $10,000 for our bank account, and any extra green beans we will make into jarred green beans and sell those. But actually, the contract is saying it's already up to 8% done, so that's not too bad. Once it gets done with the headlands and doing the hokey pokey around the corners, yeah, this contract should go pretty quickly. And this is what I want to do with this field for us in the future. I want to buy this field and have this as our green bean field. That'll be our spinach field. This will be green beans. And across the way where our current poplar field is, we'll buy another field and make that into a pea field. And this will be our new crop fields, if you will, for FS25, because our canning factory is just right there. But halfway through September, we got a lot of more work to do, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Because, yeah, I'm calling it. I'm going to call it a day. Not quite a 4-hour stream, but before I start getting involved in other stuff, that would just drag on longer. And I do need to head off to the grocery store, and I'd like to get there before 5 o'clock my time, so when people do get off their normal jobs, if you will, I can get some grocery shopping done and get back home and stay away from people, especially during the holidays. That's what I'd like to do. So special thank you for everyone being here today. I really appreciated it. Thank you for those who participated in the poll for Medieval Dynasty. Maybe Saturday we might do Medieval Dynasty instead of Farming Simulator. We will see how that goes, and just have a look at it. But as for today, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up out of here. Wrap it up and get out of here. But if you're still here and you haven't done so yet, might want to think about hitting that like button down below if you could. Helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down button is there as well. If you didn't like what you saw, you can hit that. Leave us a comment as to why, but like I always say, no one ever does. If you're new here and you'd like to see more content like this, well, you got that subscribe and notification bell down there. Tap on those, and yeah. But I'll be back tomorrow for more Riverbend Springs. We'll finish up what we kind of got going here in September, and maybe even get to October. We shall see. And see what we do with the money moving forward here, because I'm not quite sure exactly what way I want to go with the money that we have. But expanding the farm with equipment would not be a bad idea. But yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. But I appreciate you all being here more than you know. And yeah, I will catch you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.